This week's 1044 is brought to you by Chevron Delos 600 ADF Ultra Low Ash Diesel Engine Oil. It's time to kick some ash.
This week on the 1044, how one digital brokerage stepped up their truck driver appreciation efforts with a cab makeover for one owner-operator.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the 1044, a weekly webisode from the editors here at CCJ. I'm Jason Cannon, and my co-host on the other side is Matt Cole. National Truck Driver Appreciation Week has grown in recent years to be more than just a week of free coffee, discounts, and recognition for truck drivers. Many companies put on events throughout the month of September rather than just limiting their appreciation to the official week, and some companies have gone above and beyond traditional appreciation events.
This year, digital broker Transfix was one of those companies. Given the hard and often thankless work that truck drivers have put in over the course of the pandemic, the Transfix team decided to do a sweepstakes and a cab remodel for owner-operators with the Transfix My Rig contest. They partnered with Jason Cameron, the host of CBS's Secret Celebrity Renovation, to do the remodel. I spoke with Debbie Desiderato, the owner of One Truck Walkabout Transport and winner of the sweepstakes, about her truck, her business, her experience with the contest, and her reaction to winning and seeing the cab makeover.
It's a 2017 Western Star 4900. I run over the road pulling a dry van trailer. I do a lot of coast to coast. I live in Virginia, and I do a lot of California freight into California, back out again. I also do a lot of New York City, Manhattan, which is always fun. And then when I come back home to Virginia, I run logs for a logging company, straight out of the woods. I get in there with that big truck and, get loaded up and run the logs up to the timber mill.
Debbie was out on the road when she heard she had won the contest, but the flexibility of being an independent owner-operator allowed her to finish up and get back home and get ready to hand over her keys for the remodel. But before we hear from Debbie, here's a note from 1044 sponsor, Chevron Lubricants. Did you know that 90% of the ash and soot trapped inside your DPF right now is caused by your engine oil? It's not like you can go without engine oil, so there's nothing you can do about it, right? Wrong. Chevron spent a decade developing a no-compromise formulation when it comes to minimizing ash output and maximizing engine protection. Delos 600 ADF with OmniMax technology is an ultra-low ash diesel engine oil that is specifically designed to combat DPF ash clogging by cutting sulfate ash by 60% and extending DPF service life by 2.5 times. Delos 600 ADF also enables extended drain intervals thanks to an advanced antioxidant technology that prevents oil breakdown even at the high temperatures found in modern diesel engines. And by slashing the number of regens, Delos 600 ADF with OmniMax technology comes with a 3% fuel efficiency increase throughout the DPF's lifetime. If you're keeping score at home, that's decreased downtime, extended maintenance intervals, and improved fuel economy. That's real money in your pocket and time saved. Before you had to choose between protecting your engine or your after-treatment system, but now you don't. Delos 600 ADF with OmniMax technology. It's time to kick some ash.
Well, I had just hauled a load from Los Angeles to upstate New York, and then I picked up another one at upstate New York, headed to Long Island because I had to go home up there for a couple of days, and that's when I got the news. And I'm like, wow, I better really hustle, But, it's a good thing about being independent. I only book myself one load at a time because I don't want to let anybody down, and anything can happen in trucking. So I never pre-book myself. So, it worked out well that, I could just kind of drop everything and run,
Debbie had a little over a week after finding out she won the contest to wrap up her business and get back to Warren, New Jersey, where Jason Cameron took over for the renovation.
Yeah, I was nervous. I'm like, what am I doing? But I knew I didn't have a whole lot to lose. I mean, when I bought the truck used, I only bought this truck in March of this year. So it was used, and the previous driver didn't take much care of it really on the inside. So, and since March, I've never really had a chance to get in there and scrub it and everything. I never really got a chance to do that. And it was not well designed. most trucks on the inside, unless they have custom sleepers on them. There's a lot of, space that goes, that's not utilized, like up high, and a lot of wasted space, And I knew that it could be improved. And I watched a couple of episodes of Secret Celebrity Renovations and to see what it was about and who Jason is. And, after I watched a couple of episodes, I was kind of relieved that I felt like it was in good hands, And he asked me a few things like what were important to me. And one of them was a place to hang my guitar, which had always laid on my bed. And I can't tell you how many times it fell off. And the other thing was, my refrigerator had a really tiny freezer in it, about that big, pretty much useless. That was really important to me because, especially since the pandemic began, it's gotten really difficult to find decent food on the road now. And some of the truck stops that had 24-hour restaurants, they either closed completely and put fast food options in there, or they operate now on limited hours, and especially since nobody seems to want to work anymore. So, and I often drive at night, so I might be looking to have lunch at 2 a.m. Well, I got a choice of Burger King or Popeyes, I mean, that's killing us. So I think it's really important to have a decent sized freezer and, at least a microwave in your truck. Some people, carry a whole lot more than that. They can fry up a steak or carry a little barbecue with them and cook on the catwalk on the back of their truck. So yeah, the fridge freezer was very important to me. So I knew he was going to do something with those two, and the rest I really had no idea what he was going to do. But I told him I had a top bunk in the sleeper, and I told him, the bunk wasn't important to me because I have a 21-year-old son, and he used to come on the road with me during the school holidays. And he'd come out for a couple of months, and it was great. But he's almost 21 now, so, he doesn't want to ride around in Mum's truck anymore. I didn't need that bunk, and that, that freed up about another 6 inches on the wall, which was really good. And then he put in that feature wall, which is just amazing. I love it. It's the coolest thing, and nobody's got one of those.
The finished product from the renovation is pretty impressive and totally different from what Debbie had before. It even features an Australian flag on the back wall as a nod to her home country.
He took that bunk out and built an oak wood feature wall, and he went and got a Australian flag. I had one, but he got a bigger one, a better one, and he hung that in the back of the wall, and then designed a holder for my guitar to go across diagonally. And it's good and safe there. I drove back last night and nothing fell down. It was great. And then I think his wife had a lot to do with the decorating, and she did a wonderful job. All the little plants in there and all new bedding, and everything kind of matches now. They took out, I had like cherry wood colored cabinets in there with gray walls and a beige ceiling and black floors. So nothing really matched. Jason took out the cabinets and built his own to go around like the size of the fridge because it was much bigger now, and then painted everything inside to match like the blue in the flag. So now I have a theme going on now, and the bedding, it's the same thing. The bedding matches and the little pillows and stuff. So I've never had a truck that was so like color coordinated inside. It doesn't feel like a truck anymore. It feels like, a cozy part of your home. So I was laying in bed last night actually playing with the lights, It's they put in color changing LED lights across the top of the feature wall, and it's got a remote control. And I was in bed last night at a truck stop, and I'm making the lights change colors, and and the patterns will change and go with the music. It's really cool. And it's just so nice to have lighting in there that I can adjust, I can dim it, because they put some recessed lighting in the ceiling with a dimmer switch and a little directional light for reading. And they're all adjustable, like the brightness. So that makes a huge difference. It's a lot better than having like one big fluorescent light above your head, which is often what you get in a truck.
Not only does the renovation improve the look and functionality of the sleeper for Debbie, it's also going to help improve her life on the road and help the bottom line of her business.
Well, for starters, that freezer, because before I leave, I'll do a bunch of cooking, freeze everything, and then put everything in that freezer. And I'll bet you I could carry 2 weeks worth of food in there. At least one decent meal a day. That's going to help so much. It's going to help my health, weight, and it's going to save me time, because I can just pull into a rest area and heat up a meal. And it's going to save a whole lot of aggravation, trying to find food, and it's going to save a lot of money as well. I don't know if you've noticed the price of fast food lately, but it's through the roof. And then, just to be comfortable in the truck, it makes such a big difference, to have like a comfortable setting where you don't have a lot of clutter and stuff in there. You can move around a bit. I can play my guitar without, knocking things off the shelves. It's everything's laid out nicely now. It's uncluttered. So I need to keep it that way. I got to be disciplined. The more comfortable I am in the truck, the more likely I'm going to stay out and keep working. So that's a good thing. And also, the savings on, both for time and expense, the food savings by having the freezer, that's going to help a lot. I'm going to feel more like I'm at home when I'm in that truck now than on the road and eating garbage,
That's it for this week's 1044. You can read more on ccjdigital.com, and as always, you can find the 1044 each week on CCJ's YouTube channel. And if you've got questions, comments, criticisms, or feedback, please hit us up at 1044trucking@gmail.com or give us a call at 404-491-1380. And until next week, everybody stay safe.